What's up, everybody? It's Justin at Quantify Planning. Hope your week's off to a great start. Wanted to shoot a quick video for any physicians who have become an attending in academic medicine in the last 18 months. Specifically, what I want to do is help you make sure that you get to PSLF, Public Service Loan Forgiveness, with your loans if that is your goal. And here's the reason. Your loan servicer literally might be lying to you, and they may try to derail your chances at Public Service Loan Forgiveness. And I'd like to start with a true story that happened to me last week. What happened was I was on the phone with a client. The client recently became an attending anesthesiologist. And what happened was, because of their spike in income, moving from residency to attendinghood, their income-driven repayment plan, in this case, income-based repayment, IBR, because they were on an income-driven plan, when their income goes up, they have to certify that higher income, meaning their payment goes up commensurately. Now, you may know that there are some plans like IBR, income-based repayment, which are capped. So the upside is limited by the 10-year standard amount. So they're never going to pay more than, call it $3,200 per month, which is a lot, but still a manageable payment. What happened was they received some correspondence from their servicer, whom I will not name, that said, you no longer qualify for IBR. Reach out to us for more details. So after several calls, my client was getting frustrated with the servicer and not getting the right information. So the two of us called them together. What happened was we had two separate representatives tell us that we no longer qualified for income-based repayment and that we should essentially get off of the capped plan and enroll in an uncapped plan called revised pay-as-you-earn, which would have kept us qualified for PSLF. Now, that would have been a disaster, and that would have totally eroded much of the benefit to the tune of $50,000 to $80,000 of PSLF, which my client was pursuing. So fortunately, I was on the phone. I was able to call them on these lies, literally two people lying to us twice, trying to derail our plans. And what happened was we were able to, after I read to them from the Department of Ed website, we were able to keep my client on income-based repayment. So in the future, if you receive a notice like this that says you make too much money, you no longer qualify for IBR, you no longer qualify for pay-as-you-earn, you need to be very careful when you're working with your loan servicer and asking them questions because they might be lying to you. So here's what I recommend. First, record everything. When you're talking to your servicer, make sure you get the name, make sure you get the employee number. If you want to record the call, whenever they say this call is being recorded for quality and training purposes, say, great, I'd actually like to also record this call for quality and training purposes and for my own reference to make sure that if there's any misinformation shared, I can refer to it in the future. That will probably help. May help keep them honest. And if you're not getting the answers you think you should be getting, ask for someone else. Ask for a manager. There are people in the servicers that understand the dynamics of how these plans work, but a lot of people don't. And I literally had two people in a row last week that lied to me and would have cost my clients a lot of money. The second reason that I think this is really important is this. Your loan servicer has no accountability in your success. They don't frankly care if you get to PSLF, if you maximize the forgiveness benefit that should be yours. So if they say, yeah, you know what, you need to leave this plan or that plan or whatever, they don't have any skin in the game. That can be very, very dangerous. Taking advice from someone with no skin in the game is immensely dangerous. And so I'd absolutely recommend, if you're not sure exactly what you're doing, consider working with an expert. The third thing that you need to understand when you're working with servicers is this. Understand capped plans. As you're moving from residency into attendinghood, there are two plans, pay-as-you-earn and income-based repayment, which will be capped. Meaning the more money you make, there's a maximum amount you might pay every month. So as your income continues to go up, your payment stays the same. That's very important because it preserves forgiveness benefit for you at the end of the line. So if you're on a capped plan and you receive this correspondence from your servicer that says you no longer qualify for IBR or for pay-as-you-earn, these are lies. Lies from your servicer. I got two of them last week, and it's unreal. What they may try to do is push you onto revised pay-as-you-earn, which is an uncapped plan. This is exactly the wrong thing to do. So be aware. You need to be an informed consumer. You need to be skeptical and cynical, unfortunately. You need to assume that your servicer may not be telling you the thing that's in your best interest. In fact, they may be straight up lying to you. You need to make sure that you know the rules or that you have an expert who's working with you, especially if you're going for PSLF, especially if your income is going up. You need to make sure you're on a capped plan to limit your upside of your payments to preserve your PSLF benefit. If anybody has any questions, I'd love to help as many people as I can. If you've recently become an attending, you can drop me a private message. I'd be glad to speak with you. Or if you received one of these notices that says you no longer qualify for PSLF, you no longer qualify for a capped plan, just drop me a line. I can help you strategize a little bit for what I think you should do. It's very important. Stay on that capped plan. Don't let your servicer kick you off or scare you away from PSLF, especially if you're 3, 4, 5 years around the track. You want to make sure you see that through. That's all I've got for today. I hope you have a great week.